Hey, and what's up guys? My name is Jurijs and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to check out that terrarium because today is the 19th of April and exactly 4 months ago my wife has escaped it and she has been taking care of it, and it is literally just spraying, keeping things alive. But before I start rambling, let's have a closer look how it has developed, and then I'm gonna tell you what kind of maintenance I have applied to it just prior to shooting this narrative. And yeah, also I pimped it a little bit with a few plants. So let's get started. So it's been 4 months since she has set it up and she has been taking care of it, and the maintenance was mainly just giving it a tiny little spray once per day in the morning and sometimes a little extra care in the evening. So it was put on a timer. The timer was set up to 12 hours per day. If you happen to own one of these Baiospheres, the settings are sort of medium color temperature and medium intensity, and it has developed really nice. So everything has grown like crazy, especially the Cryptocorini patchy eye was really big, and I have trimmed it back a few leaves, and the Anubias cavifolia has grown some new leaves, but another plant has grown super massive. This is the Hydrocotyle tripartita, which has grown like crazy. Just look at it. It grows all the way up to the top. Like Balázs keeps saying, Hydrocotyle verticillata. Sounds like a little appetizer from Italy. So we have here the Selaginella something, I don't know, this really funny looking moss. I like it. It has grown in as well. So yeah, everything is doing super fine in here, and this just shows that, you know, just a little bit of care is oftentimes enough. And if you haven't seen the making of, I highly recommend you check it out. It will be linked somewhere above here and down in the description. So now let's get to the maintenance which I have applied here. So what I did, I trimmed back the Hydrocotyle tripartita. This is the small Hydrocotyle down here on the ground, and this one has been growing all over the place. It has covered the Selaginella, it has covered the Anubias cavifolia, and it was growing really tall, and it was just all over the place. So I really needed to trim back the Hydrocotyle tripartita to get it back in place and in shape. So I just left a little bit of it at the bottom from where it is going to spread and then start growing vertically again. Actually, some of the tripartita shoots, they even had tiny little flowers. Nothing special, just tiny little white flowers. Next step, I removed a few runners and leaves of the Hydrocotyle verticillata. This is this mushroom-like plant in the background here. And I have also trimmed back some of the Cryptocorini patchy eye leaves just to, just open up the layout a little bit, so we get this nice shape where things, you know, start shallow in the front and then raise a little bit towards the back. And then I was thinking, hey, how can I take it to the next level? And if you remember my live stream where I have been trimming the terra base, I have saved up a lot of the Taiwan Moss. I have it in here in this plastic bag, and it's been just sitting in that plastic bag, kind of laying around in that rear corner there where I have, you know, the terra base. So it gets a little bit of a daylight, not too much. So I don't know, it doesn't die, but it doesn't really grow. So it stays kind of a, I don't know, stage here in that plastic bag. So I took a piece of the Taiwan Moss and I cut it really small with my scissors. So I trimmed it in small cuttings, and the reason to do so is because every little cutting is going to branch out and is going to produce new shoots. Instead of, if you put in a clump, it is going to stay the clump and, you know, is not going to spread evenly. And yeah, so what I did, I distributed the moss all over the foreground, you know. My goal here is to kind of cover up the substrate. I don't want to see the soil. I would like to have a, you know, something like carpet. So it's an experiment. We will see how this will turn out. I have also added a little bit of this moss just in the inner portions where I have seen, you know, like naked spots. And yeah, I also picked a few stems of the Selaginella that I trimmed off from the terra base, and I planted it here in the background, like here and there in between, just to fill in things. And guys, I think this spot here with the Selaginella growing like a coral in these layers, I really like it. And there are sometimes those special moments when the Anubias cavifolia is producing a new leaf, and this is where you know where the name cavifolia is coming from, because the new leaves of the Anubias cavifolia, they have like a coffee color. I would say that's like maybe not exactly coffee. It's more like milk chocolate, almost like a brown orange-ish. Anyway, that's how this plant is called because of this very bright brown color of the new leaves. Every, you know, now and then it produces a new leaf, and then I get very excited for a week or so before it turns green again. So the mature leaves, they turn dark green. And the Bulbitis deformis, this is this fern here in the background, it has also started to grow like crazy. If you remember, we planted just tiny little bit of it into the substrate, and now it has grown on the backside of the rock all the way to the top. There is one leaf at the very top. And what I also did, I picked up some tiny little plantlets of this fern and I planted them on the rock, one on the front side, one on the back side. So hopefully this is going to spread and continue growing on these little spots. And as a little bonus for you for making it till the very end of this video, here's a little bonus scene. This is basically how oftentimes I'm shooting. I mean, you know, this is my kitchen, this is the space where I live, and certain things like cooking dinner at certain times, they have priority. So while I was shooting this video, you know, like doing the maintenance, shooting the b-roll for the maintenance, or actually doing the maintenance, I had to interrupt and start cooking dinner. So yeah, I will end the video here. You can enjoy a little bit of a cooking b-roll. I don't know, maybe I should do a cooking video one day. Anyway, I enjoyed shooting this extra b-roll for you. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers!